Mexico-based mining company CEMEX wants to dig a 600-foot hole and blast hard rock from its quarry site. Problem is, it's about 200 feet from the banks of the San Joaquin River. An environmental review of the project was recently released, and the decision to move forward now lands on the Fresno County supervisors. On this Wired Wednesday, GV Wire reporter Edward Smith joins us for a deeper dive on the debate. Good morning, Edward.
Hey, good morning.
How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. What are CEMEX's plans for the river?
Yeah, so CEMEX has been wanting to do this for a number of years. They're going to dig, they want to be able to dig a 600-foot hole at a site that they're already kind of working to be able to extract more aggregate and granite and sand. That's essential for building materials. Now, they want to go about 600 feet. That does include some blasting, actually quite a bit of blasting, because they want to do hard rock mining. So they're going to pack holes full of dynamite or explosive materials and then detonate them to kind of extract those materials.
Okay, and now why is aggregate so important?
Yeah, so it's essential for building. You're talking for concrete, for asphalt, so anything on your roads, anything going up. It requires sand, and it requires granite to kind of go in there. Now, it's a very heavy material. It's cheap for builders, but it's very heavy to transport. So taking it long distances means a lot of more wear on roads, leads a lot more pollution, and it does increase costs by quite a bit. So they try to keep sources close to home, and this is one of the arguments that CEMEX is using to kind of get supervisors on their side.
Thank you. And that leads to my next question. What does this project mean for the concrete supply?
So yeah, that could be. So here in Fresno, we had a study done, a geological study done, saying that we have about 182% more than we need over the next 50 years. Now that does include CEMEX's current operation. So if CEMEX does shut down, which supervisors have to approve another permit in 2026, it could impact the availability of that concrete. But we do have other sites along Kings River, up in Madera, and then also in western Fresno County. But the ones in western Fresno County are a little bit far away.
Now, in regards to the environment, what do environmental groups think about the project, and what could blasting mean for the river?
Yeah, so like you said, the site is only 200 feet away from the river. And there are people now living by the river. You know, there's a lot of wildlife. The Conservation Trust called it one of the most biologically rich areas, and their biggest concern, the Conservation Trust, is the blasting. So it would only occur a couple days a week, but there's a lot of questions about how it will impact the water table, how it'll impact wildlife, how it'll impact just people trying to enjoy the river, having explosions, not to mention the people who just live, some of them 300 feet away.
Perfect. And just one last question. What do local lawmakers and elected officials say about the project?
So Assemblymember Joaquin has a bill out now that would supersede any sort of decision by the Fresno County supervisors. Now he has to get this approved and he has to get this approved by other lawmakers and then signed off by the governor. But it could shut down the operations before supervisors even get a chance to vote.
Edward.
Now Fresno.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer is also opposed to it, saying that it could greatly damage Fresno roads, and it could cost a lot of money. So there are some elected officials who are opposed to it.
Thank you so much, Edward Smith with GVWire.com. Thank you so much for joining us on this Wired Wednesday.